Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GameStar TV and round number 2 coming up for you of the first week of Swiss format brackets here on GameStar TV, bringing you the Blizzard ANZ Season 4 qualifiers. Season 4. I mean, a year ago, we were hoping to put together a league. Blizzard jumped in. Oh, we got a "we'll be right back" thing on the screen at the moment that I've got to get rid of. They came through, and it was just fantastic. They've been supporting the scene. It's been terrific, and here we are. So we're going to be bringing you the next match of the evening, and I'll make sure that text disappears off of the screen so you can see the beauty that is Kitfox and Disconquer, who are your casters for this match. It's going to be Onyx Esports going up against Pocket Me Lighter. So take it away, Kitfox.
Thank you very much. Pocket Me Lighter and Limewire, two of my favorite new team names that have joined for this season. Fantastic. Pocket Me Lighter are going to be on Team Blue. We'll just call them Pocket for short. And Onyx Esports with Grumpshot himself, the Grumpshot, is going to be on red. So Disconcur, mate, we are into round number 2. Who do you think is going to take this one away?
Oh, it's a bit of a tricky one here. Both teams, both sets of players are pretty seasoned in Heroes of the Storm, but what we've got, I feel Pocket Me Lighter just has some of the more, let's call it more veteran, harder core players on their side. So I'm going to say Pocket Me Lighter.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Pocket Me Lighter's got big names like Nikki Webster, Zepp Lion, and Flays. Let's not take anything away from Onyx Esports. I mean, Grumpshot's done a lot of work with these lads, especially Actaman and Happy Chap. So it could very well be anybody's game here. I don't think Pocket Me Lighter have actually had any team synergy, if you will, any time to practice. So it's going to be, this is extremely grassroots. This is going to be two new teams going at it, and it's just going to come down to who really has the better skill and coordination.
Yeah, who's going to gel much better as a team? Even some of the names sitting on the side of Onyx, actually, like the Fish and Happy Chap and Blood Spiller, are actually quite new to me as well. So it'll be a surprise to see which team has the better communications. We are on Infernal Shrines as well, is the map they're going into. And there's different ways you can play this. And you can go that sort of like lane soak game, the sort of like global game where, you got Falstad, probably much better choice would be Dahaka, soaking experience in the lane that can come back. And we could see a team use that to kind of try and gain like a level advantage or a level lead. And I think if, even if, let's say, the underskilled team or the less communicative team can get away with a level lead advantage, I think that is actually going to be a big play for them. So I think it's going to come down a little bit to obviously always skill, a little bit luck, but I think the strategy that each team really takes to this map is going to have a huge say over the outcome.
I agree 100%. We get to see our boy John Cena, the Punisher, come out to play, whether it be Arcane, Mortar, or Frozen. Let's see what he's got to offer. But Pocket Me Lighter are on Team Blue. That is Flays, Zepp Lion, Malo, Nikki Webster, and Shannon Knoll. And Onyx Esports is Actaman, Grumpshot, Blood Spiller, the Fish, and Happy Chap. Now, Infernal Shrines is one of those maps that has a lot of opportunity for global pressure as well, like the Towers of Doom that we just saw. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Falstad or Dahaka being picked or banned here, Disco.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Dahaka is just such a huge pick at the moment for a lot of these maps. He's got great lane pressure. He's got great clearing. He can global into a fight. He even fits that bruiser role, that really important, how can I protect the front line, or how can I even borrow into the enemy's back line? He's got a lot of tools at his disposal.
The old drive-by builder. Well, it's not so much a thing of the past. It did get a little bit of a nerf. I mean, Brush Stalker did get a little bit of a nerf to its speed. A speed or duration, one of the two, I'm not 100% sure, but it's still 100% viable, 100%. And Genji now being taken off the board here for Onyx, they do not want to deal with the better Shimada brother, let's be honest.
Not the most handsome one, though. You know what? Genji's a good pick. He's solid. He's got that backline pressure. He's got the ability to kill the fleeing dude, the dude that needs to run away. Genji can end his days. So, and then follow up with the new rack. He's good on this map as well, particularly if you're want to run a mage of some description. Removing the Nubarak keeps your backline safe, keeps your mage safe, and more importantly, it also means that you can't have that Nubarak borrow onto those objectives behind your team, preventing them from running away.
Totally. And well, with those two bans, both of the globals that we mentioned before are still available. Felstad, Dahaka. I'd love to see, he doesn't have a global, but I'd love to see a Stukov come out. No, we've got Tassadar being picked up for Onyx. So already we can see them opting for the double support meta.
You do go into a situation here on Infernal Shrines where a team that has sustained, because the minions on the objective, they actually have quite a decent bit of health. They don't have a lot, but they have quite a decent bit. So if your team has a bit better sustain game, what you can do is it kind of guarantees your victory on those objectives a little bit better, because not only are you poking at the enemy, but you're staying around and you're keeping pressure on taking off the objectives as well, taking the minions out of the objectives. So Tassadar gives you that not false, but the ability to artificially create a sustainable composition with his shields, with the ability to heal, the healing he can provide to an auto attack hero. So very strong choice.
Very strong sustain. So let's see what the man can. Let's see what the Onyx lads answer and reply now that Greymane and Malfurion have been locked in for Pocket Light to start things off. So 1 support, 1 DPS. Now, we saw the Malfurion Tassadar combo work extremely well in the previous game between Crimson and Capital, but Valor Oriel, bread and butter for Onyx Esports. They go together like chips and gravy, call it whatever you will. Those two are extremely strong together.
Yeah, they are very strong, but picking them up because it's the hope generation for Oriel that Valor provides. But this leads the enemy team to potentially select into a Chromie to really punish those Oriel Aegis shields.
Well, Stitch is now being taken off the board here for Pocket Milata. They know what they do not want to deal with, and that is 2 of the strongest tanks in the game, being Anubarak and Stitches. Now it's up to Onyx. What don't they like playing against, or what can they deny from Pocket Milata? That's what they'll be thinking at the moment, and this is all part of their development as a grassroots team, is knowing what champions to ban and to pick in what situation, Disco.
It's a weird one. Like, Chromie would be an interesting ban. He would be a good ban here because it kind of protects the Oriel healing their back lines. However, I think it might actually be wasteful considering that, they do have Greymane. It's like, oh, well, what can we take or what can we ban out that would support the Greymane? They've already got Oriel. Let's get rid of Uther. We all know that Uther's support behind any diver can be huge, but they're opting to actually remove Dahaka. I guess we talked about Dahaka. He's a good global option, and he's a great bruiser. He's a great off tanker. There you go. There's Chromie. God, that was telegraphed. There was no way Chromie was not going to be in this game, ban or selection.
Daddy Disco reading the picks like an open book. Chromie being locked in for Pocket Milata as well as Arthas. So Arthas synergizes very well with Malfurion, especially if you can land those entangling roots or a Howling Blast, one or the other, and then follow up with the secondary. That just buys him time to get in, utilize that Frost Presence, maybe even going for the Frozen Waste talent like we saw Crimson do. Once that is stacked up, it does so much more damage. It's crazy how strong Arthur still is, but now it's over to Onyx Esports. Let's see what these lads answer with. They know that they've got a mountain to climb going up against this extremely strong draft. They don't have a lot of, let's say, deep champions. They don't have a lot of dive potential at the moment to deal with that artillery-based Chromie. So 10 seconds ticking down. It'll be interesting to see what they pick, Disco.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to say Meriden, but I was going to say something Tyrael-based. I think a Tyrael and a Varian might have been a better option there, but Meriden does the same play. He can dive in and stun a target, and he's a much sturdier tank. And obviously, Varian can lock down a target as well. So you've got the situation here where Greymane goes in, Varian locks him down. Chromie's on the back line, Meriden can jump in there and, throw down the hammer.
Yeah, Varian, he's good. He's got 3 ultimates you can choose from. All of them find extremely good value. But it's been coined level taunt for a reason in this region, Disconcur, because his ability to get in and shield wall as a talent is borderline OP. It's so strong.
It's good for Varian, but the trouble is it's got no other application except to keep Varian alive. So as long as the enemy team is, targeting their doing target priority.
Gazlo Disco.
Wow, Mr. Gazlo, how are you today, good sir? You must be a new character to Hero of the Storm, because I don't think I've ever seen you before. You know what? Let's set aside the fact that his name is Gazlo. And he's ANZ's probably most loved and adored character. He does, Gazlo has always been a split pusher, or push the enemy lane, or going and grab the merc camps. There is huge plays there. Plus, Gazlo's going to be dropping down all those. I'm just trying to remember the names of the turrets. Yeah, I can't remember the actual real name or not. You're going to be dropping down those turrets now. As the zone control mechanism, especially on here where you're trying to fight onto an objective to kill minions, those turrets can actually be really punishing to the enemy team, especially when you've got Muradin and Varian charging in, and you've got that backline of Tazadar, Oriel, and Valor taking those random shots. So, you know what? Gazlo actually does have a place on Infernal Shrines. But, he's an odd pick. He's definitely an odd pick, but he has a place here.
The zoning potential that Pocket Milida have with Arthas, Malfurion, Chromie, and Gazlo, it's extremely strong here. On paper, in the draft, I'd have to say they've won it, in my opinion, just for their ability to... They don't even have to get close to get the kills at this point in time. I mean, yeah, Arthas is extremely frontline, but the lockdown is just so good coming out here. Once you land those roots or land that Howling Blast, it's a dragon's breath from Chromie, and it's see you later, sunshine.
And you know what? If you don't get one of those pieces, it doesn't matter, because Greymane is going to sit there and finish off whoever's running away.
10 seconds.
It's a really good composition that we've got here out of Pocket Milida. The biggest thing, however, going for the other side is that they do have a massive amount of lockdown potential. So if they can catch the Chromie out of position, even Greymane, if Greymane dives in on a poor target, they could blow him up as well. There's not a lot of options to save your target on the side of Pocket Milida.
Chromie already finding value, landing a Sandblast on the back line of Bloodspiller. He'll be feeling that for minutes to come. And now Muradin eating a Howling Blast coming out from Arthas. Nicky Webster just a little bit too deep there. Psionic Storm from Grumshot, just making sure that that his presence is known. And a lot of damage coming out here in the mid lane. You can see already Time Walker's Pursuit now being chosen by Chromie as opposed to the Glass Cannon build, just getting a little bit more survivability. Actaman narrowly dodging another Dragon's Breath. The dance in the middle is done. Flaze goes up to the top lane, throws down a couple rocket turrets just for good measure, and asserts control over the lane.
Yeah, that top lane there, that's going to be a little bit of a dead lane this game. Gazlo's going to go up there, drop his turrets, clear the lane, come back down to the bottom. You're not going to see it really go too far in one direction, because obviously they've had to assign Varian and Tassadar to deal with the top lane. But that's only going to be a... Actually, Gazlo's biggest concern here is to get caught during a rotation.
That would probably be one of the only ways you can take him down when he doesn't have his teammates around or the turrets down. But the shove was good coming out from the Onyx lads into the top lane. They rotated well. They know what they have to deal with. And our man, Captain Grumshot, he'll be calling out those shots and making sure that the team do exactly what they need to. Varian going in extremely deep onto Shannon Knoll. Time Trap does come out from Chromie, landing another good Sandblast onto the backline. That's the thing about Chromie. You could be aiming for one target, miss completely, and then hit somebody on the backline that you weren't expecting and be like, oh yeah, not bad, I'll take that.
It's a lot of damage, so regardless of where it goes, it's still going to have a good effect on the game. However, you got to make sure you are hitting the priority targets in the team fights, or you are missing out on a death opportunity or a kill potential. Now look, this is a beautiful play here, right? They just cleared the lane, Pocket Milida. They cleared the lane before starting the objective. That's putting lane pressure on. That is good communication, good teamwork there.
Well, Shannon Knoll on the Greymane down in the bot lane. He doesn't even care about this. So Onyx have the man advantage going into this top altar as it spawns. Sorry, top shrine as it spawns, just to start things off here in the game. But they're scared of Zeppeline's Chromie here at the moment. Actaman taking a lot of damage. They've got to worry about the rocket turrets that Flaze is throwing down as the Gazlo. And at the moment, they have got complete control. Now, Valor, The Fish not going up there for Onyx, so it's going to be a 4v4 in the top lane. Could we see first blood? Yes, we do. Varian goes down. Actman needs the dwarf toss out, does not have it up. And that is the both of the frontliners for Onyx Esports down. Pocket Me Lighter with the advantage. Fantastic stuff to start things off, Disco.
This is going to be really tough going out here now for Onyx. So, Pocket Me Lighter have already taken advantage of the biggest weakness on Onyx right now, and that is the fact is that they can only operate as a team. If anyone's missing from the piece of the puzzle, the damage is gone. Valor's not there, you got no damage. One of your tanks is there, you've got lost lockdown opportunities or protection from Valor. Even Tassadar, if he leaves, he's almost a little bit useless by himself.
Happy Chap did well to bait the Punisher over the wall there. First Punisher doesn't really pose too much of a threat, provided you've got the bodies to deal with it. The shield going out onto the tower, just making sure the Punisher doesn't do any unwanted damage. Varian's going to get caught out here. Shield wall comes up, and Happy Chap just narrowly escaping with his life, avoids the death laser and a sandblast from Zepline, finally throwing out the Time Walker's Pursuit. But there we go. Valor just got a little bit too close. Zepline said, thanks for coming, and Chromie, with no mana, is going to be able to pick up another kill. So the artillery is doing work here for Pocket Me Lighter.
Yeah, and we knew it would, and there's no real good backline options right now for the side of Onyx. The only interesting thing is that if they can get to level 10 and the game hasn't snowballed out, we're probably going to see Colossus Smash come out on Varian. They need something to close the ground into Zep. Every one of these fights is going to go bad for him. But, I mean, you know, by the time they get to 10, Pocket Me Lighter could be 13.
Oh, Grumshot needs to be careful because Chromie, with that Time Walker's Pursuit passive, gets her ultimate 2 levels before everybody else, throwing out the slowing sands there. Just making it a little bit easier for him to land those shots. So Zepline knows exactly what he's doing. This man spends, you know, hours at a time in Team League, playing with his mates, stratting it up, you know, honing his craft. And Onyx, they're pushing a boulder up a mountain here. They are 2 levels behind. They're going to close that down to 1, but the advantage is well in favor of Pocket Me Lighter at the moment.
An interesting thing to bring up actually is that at level 7, we actually Arthur's taking Immortal Coil as opposed to his Icebound Fortitude. It's a bit of an interesting pick there, considering the enemy team does have Valor. He's just looking for bigger heals on his side, and that is to offset the fact that they have taken Malfurion. So that is an interesting pickup there, in taking the Immortal Coil at 7 as opposed to Icebound Fortitude.
No surprises on Carla's Embrace either, coming out from Tassadar just to support that front line a little bit more. Now, the camps in the bottom lane are going to be taken here, so Goatmen doing work throwing out those spears, but meanwhile, up in the top lane, Onyx are going to take the Shamans and just get a little bit of much needed pushing power into that top lane, because Gazlo did have the turrets up, and should he decide to rotate again, it's going to be almost too easy. Now, Pocket Me Lighter, they're answering back. They're going to take the camp away from Onyx here.
They're going to grab that camp, and in the middle lane, they're actually pushing the bottom lane here. They got Tassadar and Gazlo. This is dangerous right now. They're going to spiral out this experience lead here. We obviously level 10 already on Pocket Me Lighter. So, you know what? Onyx can't fight. They can't take this objective.
Colossus Smash might be the way to go here for Varian, as you mentioned. They need something to deal with Arthas as well. I mean, they've had Greymane taken away from them, and Arthas is so extremely strong. Valor won't be able to do much damage to him while his armor is still up, so I think the two-handed might be the way to go. We'll see once they get to level 10. They are almost 3 levels behind here, Disco. They need to get a soak on. They're too concerned about their team fight. Shannon Ol being caught out by 2, and the Twilight Dream coming out from Malo, just to secure those 2 kills. Varian and Valor falling. And this is extremely good play here from Pocket Me Lighter.
Divide and conquer. It's all I can say there. You just saw Pocket Me Lighter split the team in half. Well, it didn't even have to split them in half. Onyx kind of split themselves in half. And you know what? I have to say the funniest thing there is that the objective's not even in the bottom lane. It's in the middle lane. So I'm not 100% sure on that communication there by Onyx. But yeah, they've got to get level 10 or this game is done. If they don't get level 10 next 30 seconds, this game is done for them.
They need to soak and soak hard because the second Punisher is coming in. The Sandblast, Sandblast as well as Dragon Breath from Chromie are just doing so much work. Bronze Talon's being taken, going for almost an identical Hacky's Chromie build. Nonetheless, it's strong for a reason. And we can see the Grabber Bomb coming out, and see you later, Muradin for a tank. He got melted like chocolate in a microwave, and he will not be happy with that. Now the Punisher doing work onto the wall here, into the base for Pocket Me Lighter. That got a lot of value, did the Arcane Punisher. They're going to take towers and just continue racking up this experience. Still no level 10 for Onyx Esports here, Disco.
They've got to split. Onyx has got to go. Send someone. Doesn't matter who it is. Varian, Oriole. It doesn't matter who you send. Send someone to a lane and get experience. You're not 10. They're 13. This is dire for the Onyx team right now.
It's rough. Grumshot needs to be careful. Oh, the Bronze Talon's doing so much work for Zep Lion. Oh, forcing out the dimensional shift from Tassadar. That was very, very close. But Pocket Me Lighter continued to dominate. Finally, the Onyx lads have got level 10. They work well as a team, but they almost work too well. It's like they don't know when to split and soak as yet, but that's fine. That will come in time. But Pocket Me Lighter, with their experience, are able to punish that in this game.
They've gone too much of a level lead now that it's really hard for Onyx. They have to split. Look at right now in the top lane. There is a ton of experience just waiting to be picked up. It's in a favorable position because it's closer to the Onyx base than is to our Pocket Me Lighter's base, but there is no one up there getting it. And in fact, we might see a rotational gank into the bottom lane to gank 5 people.
Oh, fantastic Howling Blast coming out from Nikki Webster into the Frost Presence. The Fish taking a lot of healing. Rain of Vengeance did come out, but was unable to find anyone effective. Happy Chap not going for Colossus Smash, going for Taunt instead. They need to lock somebody down here, but more importantly, they need to level it up on experience. A whole talent tier is not where you want to be fighting behind. Bloodspiller now copping a Gilnean cocktail to the face. Shadow Knoll going extremely deep. Needs to be careful. The taunt goes on. Could they get the kill? Yes! Onyx Esports, they get the... I think that's one of their first kills of the game. Yeah, it was their first kill of the game. And Shadow Knoll just getting a little bit too greedy there on the Grey main. A bit hungry for the kill.
Yeah, well, the kill count in this game has actually been pretty small. We've got a total combined of 7, 6 in the favor of Pocket Me Lighter. But look, Taunt got the kill on Greymane just then, but I really feel Colossal Smash would have been still a better option because they could have used that Colossal Smash to close distance on Chromie, kill Chromie, and then in that exact same setup, just turn onto Greymane and get the kill while he can't escape. When Greymane transitions from human form to werewolf form, he's got like I believe it's a 4-second window, or 4-second cooldown, before he can escape, before he can use his disengage to get away.
They need level 13 if they want to fight here to Onyx. They need to be careful because, Varian's gone extremely deep, but that shield wall talent just soaked up so much damage coming out from Pocket Me Lighter. They invested all their eggs into the Varian basket. It did not pay off for them. Twilight Dream from Malfurion just silencing Bella, who gets taken out accordingly. Happy Chap needs to be careful. Varian extremely deep, does have a charge available of Shield Wall. And finally, good Crystal Aegis coming out there from Bloodspiller, forcing out Shield Wall again. So this is good stuff here from Onyx. They're just gelling.
Oh, that's dirty.
Filthy stuff coming out from Zep Lion on the Chromie. Double Dragon Breath kill. He'll be so happy with that. That was feral.
Oh, that's disgusting. I love you, Chromie. That is disgustingly awesome. That is like, here, mate, have some sandpaper and have a shower. Here, bring your friends as well.
Oh, wow. Flaze needs to be careful. Rain of Vengeance comes out, catches him out. The Fish and Actaman. Actaman actually ate a bomb there, so good stun coming out from Flaze just to get away. The Fish, gets dunked by the turret. Got extremely deep, forgetting about Gazlow's ability just to focus fire those turrets. Once upon a time, he didn't have that. But now he's just so good. Meanwhile, in the top lane, the Shrine has been taken. It's going to be a Mortar Punisher. And Onyx, they are struggling. They have hit level 13, but Pocket Me Lighter have hit that all-important level 16. So they need to rotate and fight for their life in this top lane, Disco.
And not only that, their towers are down that top lane as well. So we can literally see Pocket Me Lighter run in on behind this fortification as the Punisher goes in and just takes all the tower shots from.
Well, the Punisher is on the players at the moment. Now he's getting to work on the tower. The Gramo Bomb comes out, catches two. This is where Chromie is dangerous in the stuns. Oh, get melted, boys. See you later, Onyx Esports. Fantastic stuff from Pocket Me Lighter. They're going to take the top tower. The Punisher has barely been tickled. Disconcur. The Silent Walker's Pursuit comes out. This is going to be game.
That's it. They haven't taken the top tower, help fortification. They've taken the match.
Huge from Pocket Me Lighter. That double dunk from Chromie was disgusting to watch, but so good at the exact same time. GG's come out from both of these two teams. The levels are 17 to 13. 13-minute game, ladies and gentlemen. Pocket Me Lighter walk away with a convincing victory. So Disco, this is where it comes down to the MVP nomination. Who do you think stood out for you?
On that, you know what, that match, it was a real solid. I'm gonna say it's a real solid team effort from Pocket Me Lighter. Yes, Chromie's done a lot of damage and got a lot of kills, but really it's the team combined that's allowed that to transpire. But you know what? I'm gonna. Oh man, it's so tough. I'm gonna have to go damage alone. You know what? The only factor I can go off is damage. Let's say Chromie. It's the team helped Chromie get the MVP.
Yeah, I like me boy Zep Lion, and it's hard to turn your eye away from such a good Sandblast. Picking up a double kill, that's every Chromie's dream to land that one. Honourable mentions to Flays on the Gazlo as well. The way he was able to rotate lanes and continue just to apply pressure was good. Shannon Knoll did good as well, as any Grey main does, but he did get the only death, so unfortunately we're going to give this one to Zep Lion. But that is it for round number 2. We've got 2 more games coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. So to take you to the break, I'm going to pass you back over to your host / producer / all-rounder great guy, Crisis.
Hey, thanks, Kit Fox. Well, we have quite a few matches that still need to be played in the final bracket, in the round 2 bracket. So we're going to go to a little bit of a longer break. So take the opportunity, everybody, to head on over to the fridge, get another drink, grab some chips or something like that, and get back in time. So you got 5 minutes to get ready for round number 3 of the Blizzard ANZ Season 4 qualifiers, first week of Swiss. We'll be back.